What's up, guys? I'm Tanika Ray from Sit on the CW and my own little venture, mindbodycasa.com. And I'm hanging out with Black Girls Radio TV with my girl, Stacii Jae, 2 eyes.
Interestingly enough, you know, I was an actress. Still, I'm back in the field. I don't think I don't ever think I really ever left. But
no, she didn't.
I can say but I did other jobs. I worked for the mayor of Atlanta, and I can tell you that during the time, that 3.5 years, I would be Stacii, but I was the outsider on the inside because I walked in with a different energy because I was in politics, you know, and it wasn't intentional, but it honestly, I was freed from the situation that happened to me, and that's why I look up to you for saying I'm going to do it without that circumstance, without them pushing me out of the door, without anything, because what I know is when you're unhappy at a place, because it seems like you were, God is going to get you out of that place if you're spiritually connected to God in the universe. So I think for me, I've been having a very interesting type of feeling about being involved in politics. But I didn't know how to leave. And I think, you know, from a spiritual standpoint, August 23rd for me was God saying, I told you to leave a long time ago.
Yeah, you said you wanted to leave. Why didn't you leave?
Why aren't you leaving?
Okay, I'm
Who ultimately is paying that bill? Who ultimately is making sure you get the things you need? Who ultimately, because I do have a very nice condo off of Peachtree, who ultimately
and a Porsche? I think I heard that on
who ultimately, bad girl, who ultimately is making sure all of those things are happening. And I applaud you for doing what you wanted to do without ever questioning who that was. And since then, I can tell you my relationship from that, because everything is kind of being taken care of and nothing is lost.
It always is. And
it always happens like that.
Jumping off the cliff.
Yeah.
That did not come with a lot of pain. Because I'm Aquarius, when we're unhappy, we wreak havoc.
Yes.
So I was miserable and I made everybody else miserable around me. And that's just what I know. I will burn this city down.
Yes.
Because it's awful.
Yeah.
I was in therapy.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't want to work out anymore. I was self-destructive.
Yeah.
Because I was so unhappy.
Yeah.
My therapist was like, well, why are you waiting for the last day of your contract? Leave now. And I did not have the guts to leave then. Mm-hmm. I still wanted to go all the way to the end, close the chapter, and bounce. And that's what I did.
And my plan was to work for another year and leave at the top of the second term. Yeah, I had a plan, boo. I always have a plan, always. But you know that
happened. It was the spa. You had the day spa.
Yeah.
So you've had chapters.
Oh no, I've had wonderful chapters. I always say that I'm going to be 70 years old and I'm going to sit in my chair and people are going to be like, why is she smiling? Well, no, probably 90. I'll be 90. Because 70, I'm not going to be in nobody's chair, just sit. But they're going to be like, wow, I'll be rocking. They're going to be like, why is she so happy? I'm going to say, because Lord have mercy, I have had such a full life. Absolutely. Everything, even with this radio show now, people are like, what? You doing what? Radio? Where did that come from? Honey, guess what? Got the opportunity, said, hey, let's see where it goes.
Why not?
And why not?
Go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
That's the only way I
Be
know how
in the flow of life. In the flow instead of, there's this interesting picture on Instagram and it says be in the flow, and it has the most beautiful picture of these birds just falling in there in this formation. And what I've learned about birds, I think they're eagles, when one leaves, the other, he comes back, but then someone else, because they're all in the flow of life. They're not running against each other, they're not competing. It's not like I gotta run against this before you get it. It's more more of being in the even flow of life. Yeah.
If you need a moment to get in touch with yourself, go to the beach and watch how birds fly.
Yeah.
It is moving. It is spiritually moving. And I've done that on my birthday. I did that at Santa Monica Beach. And they all kind of instinctually know to go that way.
Yeah.
And they shift.
Yeah.
And then and then this side of the group leads. It's unbelievable. And that's exactly how I live my life. I don't think that there's any mistakes. I think that people live their lives through fear, which is always the first way to fail.
Yes.
You gotta go, you know what, today I'm gonna be, I don't know, I'm gonna go to space. Tangi, our girlfriend Tangi, will always say, I may not talk to you in 2 years, but when I do, if you say I'm about to shuttle the aircraft to space, to Mars, she'll be like, oh, okay.
Okay. Heaven high.
Of course, that's what you're gonna do.